Now at noon, a possible final update to the search for a Washington man accused of killing his 3 young daughters. Plus, a former freelance journalist sentenced for a crime spree targeting places of worship and Black-owned businesses.
Brings it home that this can happen to us. It's not just something that happened somewhere else.
Also, how families in North Portland are responding after ICE detained 2 people near a school.
We're just trying as a community to get together so we protect one another.
And a tribe in Oregon's latest tactic to try to get federal recognition once again. Well, thank you for joining us here at noon. I'm Corey Johnson. It's good to be with you. Our top story is an update out of Washington. Authorities believe they have found the body of Travis Decker, the man accused of killing his 3 young daughters. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says human remains were found in a remote wooded area south of Leavenworth. That's where the search for Decker has been centered for months. Decker was charged with 3 counts of murder and kidnapping for the deaths of his daughters, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia. He'd been on the run since June after he failed to return the girls to their mother following a scheduled visitation. Their bodies were later found near Decker's abandoned truck about 17 miles west of Leavenworth. The coroner still has to officially identify those remains. And new at noon, Portland police arrested and booked a man yesterday on attempted murder charges. They stem from a shooting that happened in May that left a man with life-threatening injuries. That suspect was identified at the time as now 18-year-old Jamani Foster. He was 17 at the time of the shooting. That victim did survive multiple gunshot wounds. And in Columbia County, a wrestling coach has been arrested on child sex abuse charges. 24-year-old David Rubio, who was a state champion wrestler, is accused of luring a minor and trying to get them to send him sexually explicit photos. Now, police say Rubio met the victim at a wrestling clinic where he coached because of his access to other young athletes. Scappoose police say they're concerned he could have other victims. If you have any information to share, make sure to call authorities. Well, let's turn now to weather with a live look over the Rose City. A sunny and cool start to the afternoon. This is what we love to see, Chris, on our Friday. You're standing by with the details on what we can expect for the rest of the weekend.
Cruising into a pretty good weekend for the most part, with one little hitch in there. We've got some rain in the weekend forecast. I'll walk you through that in a second. For now, though, wow, it's gorgeous out there. The live look from our newest camera up on the Vancouver waterfront. The Springs at the waterfront, looking down on the Columbia and the river traffic underneath the interstate bridge there. It's sunny at 68 right now at Pearson Airfield on the Vancouver side of the interstate bridge. Down in Salem over our state capital, it's clear at 70. And yeah, it's clear over downtown Portland as well. So we don't have the cloud cover till we rode like we did yesterday. And what that means is the sun can put all of its energy into warming us. And that also means it will be a warmer day today compared to yesterday. It's already 73 in Beaverton. And across the region right now pushing 80, east side of the state. Pendleton's at 77, Burns is at 80, and the Oregon coast right now in the mid to upper 50s. All right, the plan for the rest of today, we keep the sunshine, we tack on a few degrees. Yesterday's high was 78, we'll be above that by 2 o'clock. And ultimately, I've got us topping out at about 83 degrees this afternoon. So a warmer day today with plenty of sun. Saturday looks great, but Corey, Sunday has some rain in it. We're talking mostly a morning event. I'll show you when, where, and how much with Futurecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Chris. We'll see you in just a bit. Well, a former Portland journalist convicted of going on a vandalism and hate crime spree has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. Earlier this summer, a jury found Michael Bivens guilty of a crime spree that he committed because of his perception of race and religion. Alma McCarty has the story.
More than 3 years ago,
I believe it was over here, if I remember correctly.
Staff at Congregation Beth Israel informed Rabbi Michael Z. Kahana of the anti-Semitic graffiti spray painted on the Northwest Portland synagogue.
Just the day after Holocaust Remembrance Day, that it felt like this was no accident.
The very next day, a stone was thrown through one of the windows into the temple library.
Felt a very intentional statement of don't feel safe.
Investigators linked these crimes to others, to more vandalism at another synagogue, to a fire started at the Muslim Community Center of Portland, and to a broken window at a Black-owned business.
It was a strong sense of hatred and rejection.
Soon after, in May of 2022, Portland police arrested this man, Michael Bivens.
Rabbi Kahana?
Rabbi Kahana shared a statement at Bivens' sentencing Thursday afternoon.
Michael Bivens put our community on edge.
Andy Green spoke on behalf of the Muslim Community Center.
Yeah, I feel horrible for you. I really wish there was more that I could do for you.
Save your pity for the weak.
Stop.
Save your pity for the weak.
Stop.
And Bivens expressed only this when given a chance to speak.
From the autobiography of President Richard Nixon, page 872. It was Robert Kennedy who authorized the first wiretaps on Martin Luther King.
The judge ultimately sentencing Bivens to 5 years in prison and 5 years probation after a jury found him guilty of arson, criminal mischief, and bias crime in July.
This should be a very clear message that this office takes hate crimes such as this very serious.
That anxiety doesn't go away because one person is incarcerated. It is a reminder to us that there are people who hate us and who are willing to act on that hate.
Alma McCarty, KGW News.
And new at noon, the Malala River School District in Clackamas says Clark's Elementary had to close today due to a power outage. All other schools are open, but there may be traffic delays through the Beaver Creek area. In North Portland, families at Cesar Chavez K-8 school are on high alert. This after ICE detained 2 people earlier this week, a couple blocks away from the school. Parents say at least one of those men was a parent of students at the school. Now, Friday morning, dozens of parents walked their kids into the building and stuck around for a meeting with administrators. One parent told KGW they noticed more staff members standing outside of the school before classes started to help parents feel more comfortable bringing their kids into the building. One parent told KGW she has offered to help out other families who are worried about being detained by ICE.
I've offered other parents to come drop off their kids, pick up their kids, or just do basic necessities. I don't know, did they need to go to the grocery store? Just help them out.
Now around the school, signs on telephone poles alerted community members of resources to call if they see ICE agents in the area. And ICE is responding to the city of Portland issuing a land use violation against their facility on the South Waterfront. Portland Mayor Keith Wilson says as recently as May, ICE had been holding people longer than 12 hours, which is against the conditions of the permit. Now, a Homeland Security spokesperson said they've taken action to stop that from happening and also said, quote, another day, another sanctuary politician attempting to prevent the brave men and women of ICE from removing the worst of the worst, including rapists, murderers, pedophiles, and gang members from the U.S. The Chinook Nation near Astoria is now asking federal lawmakers for help to get federal recognition. They say that would lead to federal grants and more opportunities for tribal members. The nation had federal recognition for a year, but it was reversed under President George Bush. The government said Chinook did not meet all the criteria to be recognized as a tribe. Senator Ron Wyden's office sent us a statement saying Wyden is committed to working on a proposal that would have strong support in Washington.